They had already arrived. Rituparna was in Vidarbha, received, seated, settled. When the news reached Damayanti, she did not react to the king. She held to one detail: the journey, Ayodhya to Vidarbha, completed too quickly, not by urgency, by skill. Kings arrive, but they are brought, and how they are brought matters. There was only one man she knew who could drive like that. She did not speak his name, not yet. Nala evayam na sanchayo, me yenayam nripati ratha shighram neetah. This must be Nal. There is no doubt for me. It is by him that this king's chariot has been brought with such speed. The thought did not become a claim, it became direction. Because if she was wrong, nothing followed. And if she was right, he was here, in Vidarbha, still hidden. So she did not summon him, she chose to test him, quietly. She did not call for him. Not yet. A thought, no matter how strong, was not proof. So she did not act openly. She chose to observe, quietly, without alerting him. She turned to one who could move without notice, Keshni, a maid who could go, see, and return without changing what was being watched. She did not explain her suspicion. She gave an instruction, simple, precise. Go, look at the charioteer, not what he says, what he does, how he stands, how he moves, everything that cannot be hidden. Keshniya prahasa vakyam gachatvam tvaraya bahi. Drishtum sarathi mayantam rupam karma cha tasya vai. She said to Keshni, go quickly outside and observe the charioteer, his form and his actions. Keshni did not question, she moved. Out of the inner chambers, toward the place where the chariot had been brought, where the king had already been received, and where the man who drove him remained, unaware, unexamined, waiting, not knowing that he was already being tested. Keshani did not approach him directly. She did not question. She watched, from a distance, as one who belongs there yet is not seen. And what she saw did not align. His form was altered, compressed, uneven. Nothing in it matched what Damayanti would remember, but his actions did not falter. He moved without hesitation, without adjustment, without uncertainty. Every task handled as one already accustomed to it, not learning, not recalling, knowing. That was what did not match. The body said one thing, the action another. Drishtva tam vikrutakaram karmasu vyavasthitam. Nivedaya mastasya keshini satyadarshini. Seeing him, altered in form yet steady in action, Keshini, who observed truly, reported this back to her. She did not stay. She did not speak to him. She returned and carried back not certainty, but contradiction. Because if he had only looked different, the matter would have ended. But he did not only look different, he acted as if nothing had changed. And that could not be ignored. The report did not resolve the question, it sharpened it. A form that did not match, an action that did. She did not choose between them, she changed the test. Not appearance, that had already failed. Not words, those can be controlled. Skill, because skill does not change with disguise. It does not hesitate. It reveals itself when used. And there was one skill she knew, without doubt. Cooking. Not ordinary, measured, exact, unmistakable. Nalah pak vidam sreshtho lokeshu viditomam, tad vidyam yadi vetti, sa gyeyah sa nalah swayam. Nala is known as the foremost among those skilled in cooking. If he possesses that knowledge, then he must indeed be Nala himself. She gave the instruction, simple, prepare food, no suspicion, no explanation, just a task. Because if he was not Nala, nothing would follow. But if he was, he would not be able to hide, not in skill. The instruction was given. He did not question it. He began. No hesitation, no adjustment, only familiarity. Every movement measured, every action exact. Not learned, not recalled, known. When it was complete, the food was taken, carried back to her, without comment, without claim, only the result. Tatastat pakvamadaya dasi, tasya nyavedayat, rastaha pratyajanatsa, nalasyeva na sanchayah. Then the maid brought that prepared food to her. By its taste she recognized, it was indeed Nala. What had been known once returned unchanged. She did not rush, she tasted, once, and that was enough. But she did not declare it, because skill can resemble, it can be imitated. So she did not conclude, not yet. She moved to the final test, one that cannot be copied, one that cannot be controlled.